What is up, Geeks 4x4? Today we are on the quest for cheap, easy disconnect, quick disconnect front sway bar links for your TJ, ZJ, XJ. I put the rough country lift on the ZJ and it came with sway bar link disconnects, and I'm really disappointed in them. They cannot stay tight for the life of them. As soon as I finally got the top bolt tight, this bolt came loose, the joints are loose, I'm done with them. So, I went to find the next cheap one. Remember, we've got construction, so that's pretty exciting. If you hear background noise, I do apologize. One more quick thing before we get started and what I tell you I bought. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do what you want to do to this video. Comment down below with what sway bar links, disconnects you are running. We appreciate you watching. So let's get to the video. So, I ended up buying Zone Off-Road not adjustable, front disconnects. Now, these do not come with a pin to disconnect the bottom. But what they do come with is this horseshoe, which I really like because the way that these mount, this bolt's always getting loose, and I would rather have it mounted like this to the sway bar, and that stays tighter. What I'm actually going to try and do is use the pins on the bottom from the rough country, which you could probably just make up from Ace Hardware, and just use those pins on the bottom and use these on the top, and hopefully I have a sway bar that doesn't clunk anymore. My goodness, I'm so tired of it. So anyway, let's get started on putting these together. I've got one already together, but I'm going to show you guys this. I don't have a vise right now, so I'm going to show you another way to pound these bushings in if you don't have a vise. So let's cut to that real quick. So if you don't have a vise, get your mallet, get the floor. Get hammered. You can center it out, easy as that. Funny, of course, the ones I did earlier before the camera was on went way easier. And there it is. And then I'm only going to put one of these sleeves in for the upper, which happens to be, there's two different sizes of sleeves, and the upper bolt is small. So putting the smaller one in, no end is upper or lower, there's no worry about that. So that's ready to go. The bottom fits without a bushing over the pins that are there, hopefully. I might have to trim the side of the bushing, but no big deal. So anyway, essentially this bolts up to your sway bar, and then this goes into it. I'll show you what I do to get it into it easier. You actually bend these out just a little bit once you get it mounted. So let's go over there and mount it up. Hopefully I can get a good camera angle for you guys. And before I run over there, one more thing. I am putting, Zone doesn't really show you in a picture, there's 4 bigger washers that Zone gives you, and then 2 of these, like this. And so 1 bigger washer, 2, this goes on top of the sway bar, and then your nut. Okay, so you've got, my arm's probably in the way, this is the sway bar that we're dealing with, and stock sway bar in the front of the ZJ here. And here's the kit I just showed you. Kitted up here, and putting this washer on the top and the nut. And tighten it down. So as you get it tight, you're going to want to make sure this thing is pointing forward. Pretty just even, as best as you can. And then what I like to do, because they're always give these things too tight, so you can't put the things in there. Take an adjustable wrench, make it pretty small. Put it around here. Give it just a little bend. So you'll notice I dropped the sway bar out of to where you can't see it. I want to be able to do that because I'm going to put the bolt in from the inside out. So the bolt is going to go through like this, so that it doesn't have any clearance issues with this. And on the other side, the track bar mount is over there. And you want to make sure that you are not going to hit that track bar mount, because you're going to have more clanging. And we don't like clanging. So now that I've got it bolt from the inside out, I'll raise it back up so you can see it. And then we're just going to tighten it all down. You'll tighten that tight. The metal in the bushing is what makes it able to still do this. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go tighten the other side, and I'll catch you underneath when I show you what I'm gonna do to use these pins. All right, so moment of truth time here. We are going to hope that these flex out just enough to go around. And then, like I suspected, my bushing is just a little bit bigger on these new ones. So what I'm going to do is get my Sawzall and just trim that bushing down real quick. Bushing cleared. Pin is in. And we have now combined the rough country and the zone. You can actually see these are a little bit off kilt-wise, and they actually line up perfectly. They're supposed to go out like that, so pretty nice. Hopefully I put the other one on the right way, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. This is how much of the bushing I had to trim. About 1/8 of an inch. And got my pin in there. So now I've got sway bar disconnects. I don't know if they're going to go up and play nice with the old sway bar disconnected the pins up high, but we shall find out, and I will let you guys know. Well, alrighty, there you have it. We installed the Zone Off-Road. Link down in the description below to those sway bar links. They're for a 4 to 6 inch lift, I believe, for a ZJ. They were perfect for the ZJ on a 4 inch that I have. I used the tabs, the pins, with the removable pins from the rough country ones, and just replaced those. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do when I have it unhooked, because there's they don't really go past the sway bar so that I can hook it to the original hooks that rough country gave. So I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of strap, and I'll clue you guys in on what I do there. But essentially, those sway bar disconnects, they didn't even come with a bottom bolt, so I'm assuming that they want you to use the stock bottom bolt. I'm not really sure. Or you can buy a separate set of pins. They actually sell, I'll link a description below if I can find them. I'm pretty sure I've seen them before, though, that they sell the pins individually. So it's just a bolt with a pin with a hole through it for like a cotter pin. Not a cotter pin, but like a easy to remove pins. You can just pop them off and hit the trail with your sway bar disconnected. So anyway, those are super cheap. I think they were 50, 60 bucks. And like I said, links down in the description. And they work good, no more clanking, and I'm very happy with them. So appreciate you watching today. Thank you for all the support. And don't forget to subscribe, comment with what you're thinking. And we just thank you for everything you got. There's merch down below if you're interested. We will see you next time. Thanks for coming to the channel.